Hey everybody. One viewer asked how the bees are doing. Well, we have checked on the bees once so far this season. This is only the second time we've come in, and we're coming in again hoping that we can see that they're ready for us to put on a honey super. Our Chinese Privet has bloomed here in zone 8A, and we know that they're going to start putting on a lot of honey. We've already had a lot of red clover as well as some white perennial clovers blooming. So we know they've had a lot of nectar. Our willows, our black willows have bloomed, and I've even been seeing tulip poplar flowers down on the forest floor. So they've been getting a lot of food. The last time we came in here we found almost no honey whatsoever, and so we were a little nervous. But now it looks like they're actively working the top hive body. So I'm trying to get to the meat of the matter here, see if I can go straight for the center. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to do what you're supposed to do. I want to see if they're doing enough honey that I can go ahead and put on this honey super and call it a day, because I've got places to be and don't have too much time to work the bees. So we've got some nectar in here, nice clear fluid, some good nectar in there. Some of these still haven't been drawn out. I tell you what I'm worried about is missing it. I don't come into my hives very often, and I don't want to decide to not put my super on, come back here a week later and find out, shoot, I've missed the main honey flow and I'm out of luck. But at the same time, we want to take the counsel of not giving too much room for the bees so they can't defend it. We don't want to put a super on and find out that we ended up causing our own problems.
That is full of honey.
Yeah, this is pretty full on this side too.
Larva.
Where'd you see a larva? Yeah, there's a little bit of brood on this. It's probably the only brood I've seen in the top. They definitely got honey all the way around the outside, and looks like some pollen in the middle of that, which makes sense because on the opposite side, on the next frame, just across from it, is a big bunch of brood. Just one thing I've noticed, if I remember, I've read it in the books as well, is where you see, look at all that brood. What do we got going on down here? That's not very well formed.
There's several brood coming out.
Yeah, there's a mite on that one too. See that right on the white one?
Yes, I do. And if you look, we dropped one. They're caring for the ones that we dropped. And
oh, so what they did is it bridged. This was bridged between two combs, and they had started putting down brood this way. Rather than just against the frames, they had bridged it and started putting in brood this way. And because of that, we've damaged some of the cells. And so now they're all kind of freaking out about it.
Are those bee larvae?
Yeah. It's strange. I don't know why these frames are butted right up against each other. I don't do any extra spacing. So I'm not sure why they built it that way. But that's what's going on. So now that we're finding brood, and there is very young eggs on here, we need to be looking for Mama Queen. She might be on here anywhere. She's not standing out to me. How about you?
No, I don't see.
So that last frame had that brood that looked like it was just getting ready to finish up and emerge. And I did see less than 3-day-old eggs on it too.
We're having the same problem on this side.
So see, we got the same problem. Look,
All down the bottom too.
Alright guys, I am a novice, amateur. I do it just because I want a little extra honey kind of beekeeper, and I want them to pollinate. So what do? Do you scrape that completely off and tell them to try again? Or what? Because that's a lot of brood that just went down the hatch because I took this frame out like this. So what do? Is that the queen? Is that the... I'm sure somebody's going to make an argument that it's the foundation. But I think one thing's for sure, we got enough empty frames here that I don't think we should put that super on.
Okay.
So we're just going to button it up and call it a day. That's what's going on with our bees. We don't spend very much time out here with them. We don't check on them, but maybe twice a month. This is only the second season for them. This is pretty much 1 year after we got them. We installed them just about this time last year. This is the only hive we have right now. Our second hive died from lack of queen, best we could tell. Best we can tell, there just wasn't a queen anymore. We tried to bring over some eggs out of this hive, some brood that had everything from cat brood to young eggs. Working on the theory that bees will not leave brood. Well, what happened is they tended to that brood and they hatched out, but then everybody just gave up on the hive. They didn't make a queen out of it. So we've removed that hive and scratch for another save. Alright, so that's it. We've got probably about, what, maybe 5 of these frames. We're still pretty empty.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
yeah, about that.
Yeah. So we're definitely not going to put on the super. We'll come back in a week if the weather hold out. We had some really nasty thunderstorms before coming out here this morning. That's why there's still so many bees in here this morning. So we'll just come back maybe in a week and see how they're doing, and hopefully not miss the honey flow, because I really want to get a honey super on this year. Last year we didn't do anything. We put on a second deep about halfway through the season, and they filled up a couple frames with honey, but didn't do too much with it. We came back after winter. They had depleted their stores, but they lived. They depleted their stores just about the same time the nectar came in, so it was perfect timing for them. But now we'd really like to get a super on here so that we can get a little to take away. So I realize that there's probably a lot other people would do to put some more effort into this, invest in a new queen, maybe different things like that that might improve her functionality. I've definitely got plenty of food, not just on my property, but within that 3-mile radius for them. So I wager that with a stronger queen, this hive would be stronger, that there would be a whole lot more honey already in here. But that's not where I'm focusing my attention on my funding. I'm not a beekeeper for commercial purposes. I'm a beekeeper strictly as a hobby. So long as I have a hive that's alive, I'm pretty good. So we're just going to move forward with this, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.